called her a mad woman when she left the convent school where she taught for 20 years and moved into the slums of Calcutta. She started by picking up one dying woman from the gutter. In the next 30 years, she helped tens of thousands of people the world had abandoned as hopeless.
I now call upon Mother Teresa to receive the diploma and the gold medal.
On December 10th, 1979, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, an honor generally reserved for statesmen.
Let us all together thank God for this beautiful occasion where we can all together proclaim the joy of spreading peace, the joy of loving one another, and the joy acknowledging that the poorest of the poor are our brothers and sisters.
In an age where most people feel powerless to affect poverty, prejudice, and injustice, what has this woman done to bring hope to millions? How has this little Albanian nun crossed the political and religious barriers of a troubled Hindu-Muslim country? I'm Joyce Davidson. To find out why the Nobel Committee chose Mother Teresa's work with the poor as a model for world peace, we asked her if we could come to India to make a film. She agreed, but asked before we talked on camera that I go to Calcutta to have a personal experience of her work. For a handful of days, I plunged into a world that was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before, the world of Mother Teresa.
Shall we go?
Yes, please.
The world she has created is very much a part of the 20th century, but in some respects, light years removed.
We're going to have lunch together, and 2:15 we'll pick up Mother again for the afternoon program, which is really all the centers. There's a Shishu Niketan we are going to.
Born August 27, 1910, she made her way to India from her home in Yugoslavia by joining the Irish Sisters of Loreto. She was principal of the Loreto School in Calcutta when she left after 20 years to found her own order, the Missionaries of Charity, an order dedicated to help the poor of India and the world. Assisted by over 100,000 volunteers called co-workers, her Missionaries of Charity operate in 32 countries, including the United States. Mother Teresa manages this vast network as personally and as simply as when she began. No complicated office machinery, no Xeroxes nor telexes, only one telephone. She communicates by handwritten letters sent by ordinary mail. She accepts no financial maintenance from either church or state. She believes that divine assistance will come as she needs it. Today, for example, she hitched a ride on the private plane of an industrialist to the city of Jamshedpur, where she has a full schedule of tours, receptions, and speeches.
I'm just asking, Mother, where do you get your energy from? Mother, as you like.
We have Mass and Holy Communion every morning. We begin with him and we end with him. That's the most beautiful thing.
Jamshedpur is a big steel center located 150 miles west of Calcutta. Like all industrial cities, Jamshedpur draws the homeless and the disadvantaged. The area has often called on Mother Teresa to help with its enormous social problems, in particular, leprosy. Her first stop in Jamshedpur was to check out the value of new land donated to her leprosy center on the outskirts of the city.
No, let them stay here. You see, is it possible to get more land this side since they...
This is what would be another possibility, see?
Don't need to break up this.
No, nothing. This is the
Only we have to get land for them to work on. Can't they?
Another thing is whether you want one big thing or some smaller ones which are easier to handle and which they can handle by themselves.
Yeah.
This is the only...
Even the carpentry work.
See, this is the wastewater from
they are filling up their mother. This is they are filling up the refuse of the town.
Disco's slag.
But will they be able to grow anything on that?
Not immediately, but after some time. But see, this is all filled up things. So little by little, there.
Yeah, Bishop will have to think of that only because
that's the important thing.
Having that hospital.
Clearly, the new gift did not suit her vision for the leprosy patients here.
See, like we are doing in Shantinagar and other Bhubaneswar and all these places, we buy the material, give it to them, they build their own house. And we have everything, school, dispensary, and yes, already.
To find out what it is that Mother Teresa does for leprosy patients that is so effective, I went to Titagarh, a suburb of Calcutta, where one of her earliest centers was built. It is here that I saw for the first time one of the most dread diseases known to mankind, leprosy. Leprosy victims are the ultimate outcasts and the most universally feared. This hospital has no doctors. It's run by 7 missionaries of Charity Brothers. Brother Christos, the director, is a trained paramedic. Why are people, particularly people in the West, so terrified of leprosy?
I think there is a lot of ignorance prevailing in the whole field of leprosy. It was true in the past, about 100 years ago, people did not know anything about the cause of the disease. There was no proper medicines available, and curability was not possible. But now, you see, in 1873, Dr. Hansen discovered the cause of the disease, Mycobacterium leprae. And then later on, the medicine has been discovered, effective medicines, and leprosy is in fact 100% curable. And
If you get it early enough?
if we can get the disease in the early stage itself.
What is it really?
See, the cause of the disease is very much similar to the TB germ. And then the TB germs mainly attack the lungs, but leprosy attacks mainly the superficial nerves. You suppose it's a glass filled with hot milk or boiling water, then the patient will be able to go on holding it for half an hour until it becomes cold, even if it is a boiling aluminium glass. Then it got burned it. And these are all scars of the burns. And then it becomes, you see,
Are there different kinds of leprosy?
there are 2 different kinds of leprosy. One is infectious and the other one is non-infectious. He suffered from an infectious type of leprosy.
His is?
Yes.
Are you not afraid of catching it?
No, I'm not afraid of catching it, because even if you're involved into the leprosy field, it is very difficult to get leprosy, even if you want to get leprosy.
He looks whipped. We are not making him feel like
No.
an object at this
No, I
moment.
don't think so.
Because he doesn't... No.
No, he will not feel it because...
No, I don't want to. His dignity.
That's not. It's gradually getting better and better, and this will be healed in a week time. The whole wound, we have bandaged it, and then We'll try to give him a job also and the whole thing. And then, yes.
I want to.
Yeah. And then...
Brother Christos told me that the key to the success of Mother Teresa's work is teaching the patients job skills.
So we have started some kind of a rehabilitational activities. For example, handloom units and cobbler section, carpentry, there is a figurine, and the whole of building structures you'll find are made by patients themselves. We didn't have an engineer, we didn't have contractors, all by patients themselves. It shows the capability of these patients, the talents of them, unutilized. And a chance once given to them, they can show that they can be like you and be normal
Because
again.
they can be useful.
Right. Useful.
To their fellow man.
Very true.
Will he be cured?
He'll be completely cured, eh? And now...
Does that not hurt him?
No.
Only his spirit.
There will be little burning sensation, the patient will have it. But this will be totally healed. It was much worse.
I suppose that the hand on his head is as important as the medicine.
Compassion and love, they all will have to be mixed up with the medicine. And then only the medicine can be effective in leprosy. If no love, leprosy work has no meaning. What matters is love. Without love, nothing can be done. And that's precisely this love, this self-giving love, this Christian love, what she practices and what she preaches, has touched me also.
Thank you.
Mother Teresa had a message for the leprosy victims of Jamshedpur in their native Bengali.
I thank God very much that we are all here today and together. We want and we pray that this place be like the other leprosy centers we have for our brothers and sisters. In Titagarh, as many as 500 lepers are working, weaving, doing a lot of things. Why? Because there is new hope and new love in their hearts today. There will be for you too a place where you will be able to live in peace, happiness, joy, and where you will be able to work with your hearts, with your efforts. Disease is no sin. Disease is something God gives. And for the number of days that you have in your hands, you must use your efforts. Some of you may not have an arm. Some of you may not have a foot. Some of you may not have an eye. But you must get together and be at peace with each other and love each other. I wish I had a place for all of you, for everyone, where you will be able to work with your own hands, with your own efforts, and you will stay in peace, and there will be within your souls no fears. You will not fear anyone's words. You will not have to fear what people have to say as long as you work with your own hands. It does not matter whether we are Hindus or Muslims or Christians. We all pray to God together as a family. I love you. When I ask the sisters, they all want to work with you. And you must take your medicine. If you don't take your medicine, it is very bad.
That's possible.
They have for the area.
They do the feeding also.
Waiting for Mother Teresa at the next stop were the affluent of the city.
Here in Jamshedpur, there are thousands of lepers. There are thousands of sick and dying. There are thousands of people that we never even think of them. Have we done something? Do we know them? Hunger is not only for a piece of bread. Hunger is for love. a desire, a longing to be loved. And the lonely people suffer terrible hunger. And nakedness is not only for a piece of cloth. Nakedness is that loss of human dignity, the respect that you and I long to have. They also long to. That man lying in the street, eaten up by worms, it is the child of God, but has lost that human dignity. You and I have taken it from him. We have passed by him, we have not seen. Maybe we have looked but not seen, or we have seen and not looked. And so, it is not how much we do for God. It is how much love we put in the doing. It is not how much we give, but how much love we put in the giving. And love, to be true, has to hurt. I'll just give you one very small example. Some time ago, a little child heard that Mother Teresa has no sugar. He went home, he told his parents, I will not eat sugar for 3 days. I will give my sugar to Mother Teresa. That child loved with great love. That child taught me a very big lesson, that if we really want to love God, we must give until it hurts. We need to understand how to love and whom to love. It's easy to love the people that are giving me in return. But it's very difficult to love people who have maybe, we think that they have nothing to give, but they give us much more. And I can tell you from experience, I have received much more from the poor. I have served these 30 years than I have given to them. And so if you want to experience the joy of loving God, love him in the poor. Begin first in your own family. Love your own family first. So many institutions today are full of old people. My son, my daughter, God knows they are in better so on, and they have no time. Do we have them? Do we know them? Do we know their need? Do we ever write to them? Do we think of them? Do we ever smile at them? These are little things, but let us do them with great love. And then you will be able. You have practice in your own home. You will be able to, your eyes will see that man there, who we see, who I see. The other day, the sisters picked up a man from the streets of Bombay. His skin actually was pasted on the road. How? Thousands of people must have passed there. And we don't. My brother, my sister, because the same loving hand of God has created that man, has created me, created you, created all of us. Once when I picked up a man from the street, from the open drain, and brought him home, what did he say? I've lived like an animal in the street, but I'm going to die like an angel, loved and cared. And he died a beautiful death.
Everybody, come to me.
Oh, the big one.
Mother Teresa's devotion to the people of India embraces all social classes. Here she met with the working people of the city. And she received the gift of a home from a retired Englishman, Mr. Jones.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful gift. Beautiful. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I always wanted to do something and I've done it.
Beautiful. You have done something beautiful for God. Thank God, huh? Thank God.
God is faithful forever. He is just to the poor and the outraged.
I told Sister Marceline, I think this would be ideal for a Shishu Bhavan.
How far is it from our place?
1 minute.
Mother Teresa never solicits money or gifts, but accepts whatever is offered in the name of the poor. Mr. Jones' house will be converted into an orphanage, and she used the occasion to voice one of her most passionate and controversial themes.
And what Mr. Jones has done today, he is proving that God loves all those little children that maybe have nothing to eat, maybe they have no home, maybe they are sick, maybe they are crippled. the sick and the suffering and the unwanted and the unloved will be able to receive love and care. So all of you, when you hear something like that somebody wants to have an abortion, wants to destroy the child, tell that person, Mother Teresa has a beautiful home right here in Jamshedpur. You go there and she wants your little one. She wants your little child. And you go there. Like we have done in Calcutta. We have sent word to all the clinics, to all the hospitals, to all the police stations. Please don't destroy the child. We will take the child. And God has blessed us. So many Indian families. You would be surprised to know how many of our Indian families have no children. And we give the children. So we are fighting abortion by adoption. And so we are bringing joy into the lives of people who have no children. And we are bringing joy into the child's life who has no parents, who is wanted by no one. This work is all our work. It is not only for the missionaries of charity. It is our work together. You must come and share, maybe just to play a little, maybe just to feed the child, maybe just to smile at the child, but that's all. You come and share your love. Mr. John has given us an opportunity to love God, an opportunity to love one another as Christ, as God Himself has loved each one of us.
When Mother Teresa first came to India in 1929, Calcutta was the political, social, and cultural capital under British rule, a city of great wealth and abject poverty. In 1947, India became independent. With partition and the great Hindu-Muslim conflict that followed, hundreds of thousands of refugees ended up on the already crowded streets of Calcutta. It was in 1948 that Mother Teresa left the security of the Loreto convent and moved into the slums. She had a vision. She would not attempt to help the masses of people or solve problems that caused poverty. Accepting conditions as she found them, she would work with individuals, one person at a time. She simply went to wherever there was a need, began feeding the hungry, caring for the sick and dying. It did not matter what caste, what religion. She rescued children who had been abandoned, orphaned, left on garbage heaps to die. This is the first orphanage she opened for children in Calcutta.
Oi. Choo choo. Arre baap re baap. Kaun hai? Choo. I? Yes, you are alive still, eh?
It's called Shishu Bhavan, or Children's Home, and it's a place where infants up to the age of 5 can receive shelter, food, and love until the sisters can find them new homes through adoption.
Now, you are interested in adopting Kirtana.
Hopeful parents-to-be undergo a screening process.
All the documents of Kirtana and send them to us. We will apply in the court.
Okay.
After obtaining passport, visa, or you can come and take her.
Thank you very much. I understand. Yeah. Yes.
Every year, thousands of children are adopted from this and other places like it by people who come from all over the world.
Yes. Kirtana in English, singing, song. In Italian, musica. In Italian, change name Emanuel.
Oh, wonderful.
Manuela name is name Israel in Italian, translation English, God with us. Emmanuel. Yes. God with us.
Wonderful name.
Not all the children are adopted, but Mother Teresa continues to take care of them. Boys of school age in Calcutta go to a place she calls Boys Town.
All these children here coming here, see, they know the sisters, they know the men.
Yeah.
They've got a balance, you see.
They know what is mother's love.
Yeah, mother's
You
love, yes.
see, when they grow without that, it's very difficult suddenly to give them mother's love. Very good, the red.
Very good, boy.
They have grown big now. These are all small babies, they were grown up. They were the first group to come here. Acha, grown so tall. Eh? What are you eating? What are you doing?
I finished my high school, I will do radio mechanics.
Is that government place?
Yeah.
Have you been admitted?
No.
Not yet? Why?
I have to give my compact exam in mathematics.
Come on.
That's
We'll find members of our
But you cannot apply and secure the place.
Yes, what?
Can you to secure the place in time? June they take, no? Get me the name of that person. You have all grown so big, I can't recognize most of you. But I'm very happy to see you grow. But I hope all of you together, the big and the small, are going to really make this home, this boys' town, a real home of love, of peace and joy. There is a very beautiful picture of a boys' town. When I went to United States, they gave me a statue which I'm going to give to you. And there is a little boy like you holding the other boy, carrying the other boy. And he says, he is not so heavy, he's my brother. And I hope you will learn that. My brother is not so heavy. And I will send that to you, I'll give it to Father. And you will look at it and you will remember that you are in the boys' town to do that. To love one another. And to remember, my brother is not so heavy. Always be ready to share. Always be ready to give. Always be ready to love. Who is your brother? Next one. Who is the brother of Edwin? Yeah, there is. And everybody must say, my brother, my brother, my brother. Because God himself has made us all together, all children of God. That's why my brother. And sometimes say my sister also. Don't say only my brother, all right? All right.